Why hello there, welcome back to my channel. Today we're taking a little trip down memory lane because I am going to be reading the Cringe series by Ellen Hopkins. I'm reading the first, well, there are 3 books in the series. It's a trilogy. And I'm going to be reading them for you today because I was talking about how I used to love these books in middle school, and I was like, what was wrong with me that I was obsessed with these books about a girl who does crystal meth in middle school, right? And I was like, should I get these books and reread them? And everyone was like, oh my god, do it. I used to love those books in middle school. So that's what I'm doing in this video today. I do have some spoilers. I didn't fully sit down and spoil everything, but I was just like spoiling some key things as I was going. Oh my gosh. You know, people say that I'm reading totally different books than I usually do and that my taste has drastically changed, and I don't know, I disagree with you. I disagree because I was reading about people doing drugs in middle school. Now what am I reading? People doing drugs. Like, what is the Ellen Hopkins to Bret Easton Ellis pipeline? We need to study this because I don't think my taste has changed at all based off of this information. But oh man, this was bad. This was really bad. Don't reread your favorite books. Just don't do it because you're gonna end up like me in this video. So without further ado, the Cringe series by Ellen Hopkins. Oh my god, guys, what have I done? Why did I agree to doing these? These books should have stayed in the past. This should have stayed in middle school. Oh my god. Oh my god. So I read like 60 pages of the first book. So much teenaged angst. Holy shit. Holy shit. So, okay, if you guys don't know about these books, like they're written in like poetry, right? So like every page is just a little short sort of poem, right? It's so annoying. It is the most pretentious, annoying YA writing style. Oh my god. So we're following this girl, Christina, and she goes by Bree, okay? And of course she has like mommy daddy issues. Her parents are fighting all the time. They get divorced. Her dad's a piece of shit, yelling at the mom. He's abusive, like whatever. She goes to visit her dad. He's a drug addict. He's a mess, right? And then we have like, she meets this boy, so on and so forth. That's as far as I've gotten in 60 pages because there are 10 words per page. Drop my bookmark. And all we know is that she starts doing crystal meth, okay? I am like sitting here reading this and the writing is so bad. It's so cringe. Like, let me just read you. Like, here's one page. I opted out. Long trip, long day. No thanks. I'll stay. Okay. I was reading this in middle school and I was like, oh my god, this is good. This is good writing. This is so relatable. I literally thought that this book was relatable as a 12-year-old or however old I was. Not quite silent. The empty boxes. Dad imagined rooms. Glurp, glurp, glurp. Hot drops into deep kitchen stainless, plunk, plunk. Cool drips on chipped bathroom porcelain, ka-chunk. Sleepy branches scratching bedroom glass. You crazy son of a bitch. Neighbors through thin plaster walls. Oh my god, it's my apartment. The title, Meg's apartment. This is what I'm reading. This is what I'm reading. I feel like I'm at like a really bad amateur night at like slam poetry. Julia Roberts. Julia Rob hurts. If you know, you know. Okay, I'm going to try to make my way into this book as far as I can without wanting to myself. I will get back to you. I can't believe I agreed to reading 3 of these for you guys. This is wild. This was my favorite book as a child, and I'm ruining it. This is why, don't reread your favorite books, okay? If this is a lesson, don't reread your favorite books, because this will happen and you will be very disappointed with your past self in your past life, okay? Oh my God, guys. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm halfway through this book. It is so bad. This is so bad. I cannot believe I found this relatable as a child. What was wrong with me? Oh my gosh, typical. Girl goes to her dad's for the summer, ends up coming home addicted to crystal meth, like typical, right? It's so angsty. It's so teenage angst. I'm so mad at my family. And like, her family's fine. It's just that her parents got a divorce and her dad sucks. And she's like, oh, my family is so awful. She's obsessed with talking about her sister who's a lesbian. So the craziest thing about this book is that the sister's a lesbian. And I know you're like, Meg, why is that crazy? Because she acts like it's the end of the world. She's writing her poems, because this is all poetry. So there are like 4 poems about her sister being a lesbian and how she can't believe it, and how her sister's dating a cheerleader and she can't believe that cheerleaders can be lesbians. Listen, when was this written? Obviously, like, come on. This was from, hello, 2004. So like, okay, but she has a gay friend, and the gay male friend is fine. He's gay. That's normal, but like, her sister is a lesbian. She's not so sure about the lesbians. Like, oh my God. Ellen Hopkins canceled in 2025. She would be canceled if this book came out in 2025. Oh my God. Okay, so that's all that's happened so far. The boyfriend is doing she's doing crystal meth with the boyfriend and the dad. The dad's like asking about their sexual relationship together. The boyfriend calls, he doesn't want to see her anymore. He just wants to be friends. Like, girl, bye. Me too. Okay, we have an update. So she's trapped in between 2 boys now, right? And now Adam, the ex-boyfriend turned situationship, sends her a letter out of the blue. Listen, the situationships always come back. They always come back out of the blue, right? So he sends a letter and he's like, listen to the letter. Dear Christina, I hope everything's okay. I hope you're okay. Things are okay here. And he's like talking about how his mom has a new boyfriend and he hates the new boyfriend, right? And he's like, sorry about the phone call. I didn't mean to upset you. I was at the end of a 3-day binge. Too long without food and sleep. Your brain starts playing tricks, you know. I do love you, Christina. You were a summer gift, one I'll always treasure. You were a dream I never wanted to wake up from. You opened my eyes to things I'll never really see. You're the best thing that will ever happen to me. Be safe. Be smart. Stay you. And she goes, why was everyone suddenly worried about my IQ? Girl, they should have been worried a long time ago. I sank into my down pillow top, reread every word 20 times, right down to his signature. Adam had a poet's soul. Adam has a poet's soul. Oh my God. Again, I feel like I'm at really bad, like, teenage emo night at slam poetry. This is the book. Emo night at slam poetry. That's Crank by Ellen Hopkins. Oh dear God, I'm torturing myself. Why did I agree to do this? Oh my God, guys, why am I doing this to myself? Why did I think it's a great idea for me to read 3 of these? I'm suffering. I'm suffering on book one. I'm suffering. So this entire book is just like angsty teen. She's upset. She's stuck in between these two boys. She's angry all the time. It's like, oh, everything is so awful and life is so hard being an angsty, angry teen. And she gets grounded because she was out doing ecstasy. So she has like this new boyfriend. They're out doing MDMA, and her parents are like, young lady, you've been up to no good. She gets grounded, and she's like, I don't know how I can live being grounded without seeing my boyfriend. So she sneaks out at night. And of course, while she sneaks out at night, she gets arrested, and the cops send her to juvie overnight because she snuck out to go see her boyfriend and do drugs with him. So listen, it's giving me when I was in high school. I dated a guy who was grounded for like something marijuana related. He like stole his dad's weed, or he stole weed from, I don't even know, but he was grounded, and I was like, oh my god, how am I going to live my life with my boyfriend who's grounded for a month over the summer? So every day I would write him a handwritten love note, like I was a lover away during the war or something, and I would write a handwritten love note, and then I pasted them all together, and then tragically destroyed the evidence when we broke up. So I don't think I gave the love letters to him, because then I also wrote a very angry, sad, depressing letter at the end when we like broke up. So I think I very dramatically destroyed them all then in like a BPD rage. Listen, I can see why I was a middle schooler and I was like, wow, this is so emotional, this is so deep, this is so relatable, because I was an angsty, angry, mentally ill child. And so I can see why I was obsessed with this, but reading this as an adult, I'm like, oh my god, girl, where were my parents? Okay, yeah, my mom was dead and my dad was at work, and this is what I was doing in my room. Great, that's great. My dream date, cute, and he knows it. Wow, wow, what a riveting plot twist that happened at the end of Crank, the first book. Oh boy. So, turns out she's pregnant, of course. She's pregnant, and she thinks it's with her boyfriend Chase, but turns out she was raped by Brennan. And so they find out that it's his baby, and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to get an abortion, but then of course decides to keep the baby because we have to turn this into a 3-book plus series. So she keeps the baby at the end and gives birth. And of course, Brennan's this like deadbeat dad, deadbeat baby daddy, and her water breaks in the middle of Walmart at all places. Because what else would you expect from this book, right? So her water breaks in the middle of Walmart, and she has her baby and names it Hunter, and the end. That was a very thrilling, riveting book. I'm giving it 1 star. And now I guess I'm going to move on to the second book, which is called Glass. I can't wait. Wake up, babe, we're back. We're back because I started Glass, which is the second book in the series. Oh dear God. So we left off with her having her baby. So in the beginning of this book, Chase, the boyfriend, takes off. He pieces out. He goes to California to like follow his dreams. So now she's alone with the baby, and she's still doing crystal meth. She lives at home with her parents, and now she meets this new guy named Trey. And what do they do together? Crystal meth, obviously. Yeah, that's about it. She's like, oh my god, it's 1:30 in the morning. No wonder my boobs hurt. It's because I didn't feed my baby. Now I don't have any breast milk to feed my baby. Oh my god. Hot mess. Hot mess express. I mean, girl, get it together. Get it together, girl. What is going on? I don't know if I can continue. I still have like I have 2 more books to read. Guys, how am I going to continue this? I'm suffering. How did I read these as a child? Listen. I don't know what I've gotten myself into. I don't know why I agreed to doing this. All I know is that my mental problems are becoming more clear as the hours go on reading these books. I can't. Oh my god. Like I needed a mentor. I really I needed Jesus as a child. I deeply apologize for the lighting. It's a very gloomy day today. I wanted to update you because I did get about 50% into glass. Oh my god. Okay, so I will say, the writing in this one is better. It's less cringe, like it's still the poetry writing. It's not as like trying to be angsty slam poetry like Crank was. So, I mean, at least the writing improved, but oh boy. This poor girl is a hot mess express, okay? First of all, the book is homophobic, okay? Let's just put it out there. It is. She is constantly making comments about her lesbian sister, and oh my god, I don't even know what lesbians like to do for fun. What do lesbians do as a hobby? Oh my god, ew, my sister is a lesbian. And really nothing has happened in this book other than her obviously doing meth, dealing with a baby, and now dealing with this new love interest, Trey. And she's like obsessed with this guy who's obviously a piece of crap. Again, another one addicted to meth. They all do meth in this book. The dad is my favorite part. The dad comes to visit to come meet the baby, right? And they're like, oh, dad's holding the baby, and he's like walking out the door with the baby, and all of them thought that he was stealing the baby, and they were all like, oh my god, what do we do? And he's like, whoops, forgot to give your baby back. And then he's like, oh hey, Christina, do you want to come do meth with me? Like old times? Like, you know, father-daughter bonding? We just go smoke some crystal meth? And then the dad takes them to the casino, and he like teaches them how to gamble. I can't, guys. What is this? Oh my god, guys. I feel like these books are just a train wreck. It's like such a bad train wreck, but you can't stop watching because you're like, oh my god, wow, this is a mess. So I got a little bit further into this book. My goal is to finish this today, so we'll see. Someone needs to take this girl away from boys. Same. Someone needs to take me away from boys. She's like obsessed with this guy Trey, right? And she tells her mom, I'm going on a date. Like, watch my baby. It's giving 16 and pregnant. And the mom's like, you don't take care of your baby. I'm raising your baby for you. What do you mean you're going on a date? And she's like, Mom, I'm 18 now, and you can't tell me what to do. I'm in love with this guy that she just met. She just met this guy. So her mom kicks her out. Her mom's like, okay, you're not taking care of your baby. You can't stay here. You need to leave. Kicks her out. and keeps the baby because obviously like her mom is raising the kid, right? So now she has nowhere to go. She's homeless. So she calls up Trey and he's like, oh, you can go stay with this guy Brad, who's a meth dealer and like has kids. So she goes to stay with Brad and she's like, Brad's kind of hot. Someone needs to take her away from men. Then she goes out and like runs into this guy at the store or something, and it was like her childhood crush named Quaid. Listen, girl, first of all, red flag number one, his name is Quaid, okay? And she's like, oh my god, that's my childhood crush from the first grade or whatever. He's so hot. So she goes to his metal show. Of course, Quaid is in a metal band. My type. My dream date. Cute. And he knows it. So she goes to see his metal band. And afterwards, she's like, of course, all fucked up on drugs and intoxicated. And she's driving home in a snowstorm and she crashes her car into a ditch. And then Brad has to come like rescue her. This girl's a hot mess. Hot mess express. I will say this one's at least a little more entertaining and well written than the first book. Like I said, I will give it. Okay, so I finished Glass today. It was just like blah, 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 drama, drama, drama. The main points, I'll just give you the main points for the second half of the novel. She gets back in touch with Brennan, Hunter, her baby's father, the baby daddy that raped her, because she's now dealing and she wants to sell to him. So she kind of picks him up as a client and she won't tell him about the baby. She won't tell him that he is Hunter's father. And then she finds out that Trey, surprise, surprise, is cheating on her and sleeping. He tells her that he's like sleeping with other women, and turns out he was sleeping with Brad's ex-wife Angela. And Angela busts through the door one day and her and Brad are getting back together. So she's moving back in, and now Christina has to move out because now she's back, they're starting a family again, like their kids are there. So they tell Christina she has to move out. So she moves out with Trey, they get back together, and they're selling meth together. So what happens in the end, she steals from her mom, pawns some things, they run away to California. Of course they get caught, they get arrested for dealing and stealing and all this other crap. And now she's in jail and finds out that she's pregnant again. So that's it. That's the, and keep in mind, she's also had like multiple pregnancy scares throughout this book also. Girl, get it together. I guess this book is very realistic for people that do meth, maybe. I honestly, I don't know. I feel like this is a movie on HBO or something. I feel like I'm watching Requiem for a Dream when he's, what's his name, Harry? Listen, I had a crush on Harry from Requiem for a Dream as a child. I need Jesus. And I feel like this is Harry like stealing the mom's TV. It's very much that situation. Yeah, so now she's like, you know what, I'm having this baby and it's gonna change my life. It's gonna turn my life around. So now I'm heading into book number 3, which is called Fallout. This one, I'd give it like a 2 out of 5 for drama. It was a little better written, a little more drama filled, but I'm suffering. So I'll see you for book 3. Okay, so I started Fallout. I didn't get very far, but I'm kind of just like, I'm so over this. I am so ready for this series to be freaking done. But this one here's a memoir from Christina's children. So it's like 19 years later. She has 3 children, so we're obviously following Hunter, who's 19. And he has a girlfriend, and he's like on a radio show or whatever, and he was adopted by Christina's parents and raised by them, so his grandparents. And then we're following the next child, which is Autumn, and she's been kind of like bounced around to different cities, and she was adopted. And she deals with like crippling OCD and panic attacks. And then we're dealing with the youngest, who's 15. Her name is Summer. Did I get them mixed up? The youngest one is Summer. And she's been like bounced around in foster homes. And she sees Christina like twice a year. So yeah, it's a lot of like teen drama. Very YA feeling, which makes sense. It's a YA series, okay? Literally just following what happens when you do drugs, and this is what happens to your children, and like this is how they grow up, and it's kind of showing like 3 different lifestyles and the aftermath or the fallout of these children's lives, and how their parents doing drugs and not raising them properly impacted their lives. It's a lot of teen stuff, school drama, boyfriend-girlfriend drama, oh, I have a crush on a boy. It's fine so far. I don't have anything to say. I'm kind of bored. Like I said, I just want this to be over with. Oh my god, you guys. I'm more than halfway through this book and I just want it to be over. Like, why is it such a huge freaking book? I hate it. I hate it so much. I remember reading this one as a kid and not liking it because it's just pointless. It didn't need to be done. It was one of those like, oh, I'm gonna squeeze out another book in a series for money, and like it didn't need to be done. It's just nonstop teen drama and just following these teens and how they grew up. I'm not even going to spoil this one because like there's nothing. The characters are so flat, you can't tell them apart. Like the 2 girls have wildly different lives, you can't tell them apart. It's just like no personality, no nothing. All that we know is like their drama that they're going through with like boys, and Hunter's like really gross and weird. He's like, oh, I love my girlfriend Nikki, she's so perfect because she has huge tits. All he says about his girlfriend is like how hot she is, but he like loves her so much, but then he like cheated on her, and then the 2 girls are like obsessed with these boys in school, and it's like weirdly sexual. There's a lot of like sex scenes, but some of them feel non-consensual. It's just really weird. Really weird book. What is the fucking point of this book? Why is it so long? I don't really have anything to say. I will just update you when I'm done. It's probably 1 star. Okay, so I finished this freaking book. What a waste of time. Oh my god. So, like I said, there's nothing to even spoil about this book other than drama, drama, drama. Nothing that like exciting that I even feel the need to point out. And then it just ends, and the conclusion is just everyone lives happily ever after. They're all healing from their trauma and their mental illness, and Christina is using resources to get help. And they all lived happily ever after. The end. Oh my god, this was so bad. This is 1 star. This was insufferable. I feel like this would work better as like a drama Netflix series or something, or like an HBO drama. Enough of the freaking poetry. What is with Ellen Hopkins? She also makes multiple statements about poets. I read the one earlier, Adam has a poet's soul, and then she said it about someone else too, like some other guy had a poet's soul, and she's like, I have a poet's soul. And then in this book says someone else is like a poet. Everyone is like a poet. Every single person in the goddamn book is like a poet or has a poet's soul. Like, we get it, Ellen. You spent all your time sitting around writing poems. Like, it's giving, I'm a flat character in an Ellen Hopkins novel, and my only personality trait is that I have a poet's soul. I'm over it. I'm over it. Ellen! Ellen! Ellen, thank you for making my childhood, but I will never forgive you for breaking my mind during adulthood, because these books are insufferable as an adult. I can confidently say it makes sense why I love Bret Easton Ellis, though. I moved on from, like, poor people doing crystal meth to rich people doing coke. So I can see the storyline there, the pipeline. It makes sense. I hope you guys enjoyed this video at least. I did not enjoy reading these books, but I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.